everyone, welcome back to Bellie Laughs. I'm here today with actually somebody who originated the name of Bellie. Mm-hmm. This is my best friend Ellie, and together it obviously makes Bellie.
Yes,
so
that's what everyone called us in high school and middle school. Our parents got on the train.
Yep, like,
where's Bellie?
Where's Bellie at?
Bellie is together.
So what was your first impression of me, and what did you think of me living in a camper and being homeschooled? Because I know that I was definitely weird. I just really wish I could see it from like a third person perspective.
I think I was also a weird little freak, so like my perception of weird is probably not very good. Okay, set the scene. We met at a soccer camp. We're both 13, or maybe I was 13, maybe you were 12.
I was 12, yeah.
Because you're like a teeny bit younger. I remember I was like, wow, this girl is so pretty. And you were so good at soccer, too. I was like,
no, I was not.
No, you were insane. You don't understand. You were so good. Like, we were all like, and you had like your Northport NY, like soccer ball shirt, and you were like skinny and gorgeous. And I was like, this is the girl. This is the it girl. Like, I'm going to make her mine. Like, yeah, I think that was like probably my little 13-year-old mindset. But I just remember really liking you off the bat. And I think it was that I just thought you were really nice and really funny. And I don't really, like, remember, but I feel like we were just, like, locked in, like, immediately.
So locked in.
Like, start of soccer camp, I'm like, this is my new best friend. I remember you saying, I think I just remember thinking, like, your whole camper thing was really cool. Like, I never thought, like, wow, this is a homeschooled jungle freak. Like, I never thought that. Like, I was just like, wow, you're so interesting and cool. But then I think I did ask you, like, where do you live? And you were like, I don't really know, but in a camper. And I was like,
oh, what?
And then we find out you live across from the house I was born in. Like, less than 100 yards away from the house I was born in.
Literally saw it every single
day.
Like,
of all the places she could live, it was there.
It was meant to be. We went to the Secret Life of Pets, and Ellie literally laid down the law of all the shit about everybody in the new school I was about to go to. Mm-hmm. She was like, literally, let me tell you every single person. And I remember she, like, roasted the fuck out of everybody.
I was like, let me save this girl. Wait, can we name drop or no?
I don't know. Should we, like, you could use a name that, like, rhymes with it. And then I'll know who you're talking about.
Can the name be really mean? Yeah. Okay, Miss Square Buns that everyone was obsessed with.
Oh.
Well, actually, nobody was obsessed with her, but
that doesn't even rhyme. There was a lot of really odd characters at our school, and, like, I don't think I knew the amount of lore. We were just talking about this yesterday. Like, why did our school have 10 million times the lore that most schools had?
And mind you, it's a school of 300 people in the middle of Montana.
Everybody has, like, a resident in their school knee surgery girl that, like, you see these memes.
The knee brace girl.
Yeah, she always has a knee brace. It goes from her ankle literally to her belly button. Yes. And she's like, oh, sorry, I don't know if you noticed, but my knee, you know? And it's like, you're like, oh my God. But our girl took it to the next level. Like, she was not your resident knee brace girl. She was, like, your resident knee surgery girl. She literally had, I think, over 8 knee surgeries, right?
Yeah, something like that. Like, it was actually ridiculous. And none of them were needed.
I remember the same day as this lore drop and Secret Life of Pets movie debut, Ellie convinced me to join a piano studio. Which led to a lot of trauma in my life.
Yeah.
As it probably did for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really...
This was, like, the source of a lot of trauma that I still hold with me. And damn it, Ellie. But it was okay because we got to spend a lot more time together.
Yeah. She, to paint the picture, she's an old, like, Russian lady, like, that just, like, I don't know. She didn't really like either of us, to be honest.
I feel like she loved you.
I don't think so.
She really liked your brother.
She loved my brother because...
As did I at the time.
My brother was, like, a straight-up prodigy. So, like, I went to Interlochen, but when my brother was 8 years old, and we were at, like, we just called it Spokane, but I don't remember the name of it. Do you remember?
Some sort of music
Northwest
festival.
Music Fest or something like
Regional
that?
music.
Yeah, something like that. We were there, and some, like, teacher from Interlochen comes up and is like, we're, like, holding a space for your son when my brother's 8, and then they, like, look at me and they're like, ooh, yikes, this girl, she can't play. And that was the start of my journey of never being as good as anything as my brother.
Yeah, this teacher used to, like, literally tell me that she was gonna, like, put my picture up on the wall and, like, slash a huge red X on top of it when I was literally 13 because I didn't practice.
Yes.
And I was like, babe, I live in a camper. Like, how am I supposed to practice?
No, literally.
But it was really rough, and for some reason we both stuck with it for years and years.
For me, it was my parents. Like, they were like, you have no choice in your life at all. Like, you will do this. And I'm like, if only I would have not been mediocre at it, that would have been a good choice.
My parents were the exact opposite. They begged me to quit, knowing like how terrible she was.
That's kind of good though. Like, you really did that for yourself.
And I was like, no. Like, I need to, because she kept telling me, the piano teacher, that like I was going to be a failure in life if I didn't do piano.
Yeah,
she was like,
too.
You're literally going nowhere in life. And like, imagine I'm in 8th grade. She was like, you're going nowhere in life. She's like, I talked to your teachers, and
I forgot she used to do that.
Doesn't even make sense. Like,
she used to ask for our grades.
Yeah, and she was like, I talked to your teachers, and they say that you're going nowhere in life. Mind you, I was valedictorian in my high school.
Yeah.
Like, I was going somewhere, but she instilled in me that I was literally going to do nothing with my life. And she was like, yeah, they say that, like, you're nothing without piano. And so I just
Which
thought...
is just bizarre.
Bizarre. But I really thought in my life that, like, I needed to keep being with this teacher in order to, like, amount to something. So I stayed all the way until right before I graduated high school. And I called her one day and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I just, like, don't want to do this anymore. And she, like... basically almost like cursed me out. She was like, you have nothing without this. Like, why are you quitting now? Like,
so weird.
And I was like, bruh. Like, and this was after COVID. This was after practicing with masks. Like, oh my God. It was just a lot. And to be honest, I don't know if I told you this, but this past year, like my senior fall, in college, you needed to take like 6 credits of music. So I had taken 2 credits of that for choir and then 3 credits of that for like a class about how music affects your brain, and I needed 1 more credit, and you could take private lessons. So I was like, all right, you're gonna do piano lessons, Bella, and you're gonna be amazing. And I hadn't played piano since I quit senior year, which kind of sucks. Like, it sucked out the love, you know?
Yeah.
But I sat down to the piano, and I felt the piano teacher breathing down my neck as she like watched me play. She was amazing and so nice, and she was like just watching me play, and I had an insane reaction, and I literally started like hyperventilating, screaming, sobbing, crying, like not screaming, but like
so
very loud crying. Yeah. And the piano teacher was like, what? And I was like, and I literally like had to like sit down on the floor and be like, and I was like, holy shit, I think like your body carries a lot of trauma that like you don't even know about. Because I didn't know I like cared about this at all.
No. Yeah, my whole like complex of like you'll never be good at anything also came from that.
Yay. Yeah, I just like, I don't know.
Don't get a Russian piano teacher, ladies and gents. And don't have a brother, ladies and gents. End story.
It was also like odd for me because I like came in super late to this like company. I don't know what you guys even like.
Yeah, I don't even know what we were.
It was like Ellie and her brother and then these 2 other siblings. And it was like they were like her pride and joy. And like there was like photos of them as children everywhere. And I was just felt like she like did not want me there. But then I was like, then why'd you accept me as a student?
I wonder about what her like complex was. Because if she didn't want you there, then she wouldn't have taught you.
Yeah, she should have just kicked me out.
So I don't understand. Maybe she thought that being harder on you would make you better, but it's like, I don't want to excuse her psychoness with that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
My parents call her the witch, and they still do. They literally refer to her as the witch.
That's so interesting. I never knew that your parents wanted you to be done, and you were like, no.
They had so many meetings with her where they were like, you need to stop being so mean to Bella. And she was like, I'm not mean, I love Bella. And then they would be like, oh. But it was like, because I didn't want to like tell them because I didn't want them to like force me to stop.
Exactly.
My mom's always like, my biggest regret in life is not like forcing you to stop. But I'm like, I just like feel so bad because I don't want my mom to feel bad. And then also, I like actively chose to be there. And I really thought it was going to like, I don't know what I thought it was going to do. Whatever she told me, it was going to like bring me to life or
I don't understand.
make me successful.
She was doing with that. That's insane.
She like, if you didn't get a superior, like you're out. Like that's how it felt like.
I always performed so badly and I always got a superior. So I'm like, did she go like talk to the adjudicators? Like she did. Because I would like, my anxiety was so awful and also just around piano. I would shake so bad I couldn't play the piece. Like literally, it doesn't matter if I knew the piece like the fucking back of my hand. Like I was like I literally couldn't play.
No, me too.
And then I'd like pop out with a superior and I was like, I'm not even proud because I don't think I actually earned that.
I remember literally one time playing and it was so bad. I think he made me like start over, or like I just started over. And I went to the bathroom and sobbed. Like a little kid should not have this much pressure.
Wait, you're really making me realize. Like, I just
I was like, wait a second.
blocked this entire part of my
But
life
I
out.
literally like was sobbing in the bathroom and like for like an hour. Like I didn't watch anyone else play because I like couldn't stop crying. And then on the bus ride home, she's like, somehow you got a superior. And I was like,
oh my
what?
God.
But I feel like she paid them. I feel like it's like dance moms were like,
oh my God, imagine.
Abby Lee Miller was like, here, take this. I don't know. The daughter of the piano teacher, she would have her perform at our recitals. Like apparently she was a singer. Bro was the worst singer ever. Like literally, like I'm telling
awful.
you.
Yeah. That's way too in tune, though.
Literally, and my dad, I remember, would beg my mom to not have to come to these piano recitals because he was like, I cannot listen to this.
Me and my dad would sit in the back, like, literally, we would have, like, what are they called? Not menus.
Programs.
Me and my dad would be, like, sitting in the back of the house, like, giggling, and my mom's, like, slapping both of us. She's like, shut up, and me and my dad were
like, it was, like, painful.
And it was, like, a 10-minute long, like,
oh my God,
opera, like, every time.
And she thought it was, like, insanely good. Like, it was, like, you're lucky to hear this woman perform.
I'm really like, wow, I blocked all of this out.
Like, and I still just like don't understand like why they all hated me so much. Like the piano teacher, her daughter, like just acted as though I was literally the scum of the earth. But like, then why was I in her studio? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't.
It just didn't make sense to me.
I don't understand.
And I don't know why I never ever once stood up for myself. Like I took the beating.
You were a
every
child.
week. Yeah.
Like there's no way you should ever have to do that.
So literally comment down below if you've also had some sort of music teacher.
By your piano teacher.
Like I do think that like abusive piano teachers are actually like
it's probably very
normalized.
common. Yeah. And also dance teachers, like obviously I was done with dance by the time I met you, but I got pulled out of dance because I had abusive Russian ballet teachers. And so then my parents were like, "Oh, do piano." Even though I'd been
dun.
Wrong decision.
But it was fun, and sometimes like I did enjoy the recitals. I feel like there was cookies.
There was definitely cookies.
And I liked being good at something. Like not that I was anywhere near as good as the other people, including you.
No, you were good.
I was not. But I liked being better than anyone else in our school. Like Ellie and I feel like we had like a special because we had like we were in choir. And then, like, the piano kids would get to perform.
And we always won state, so it was like we would be the only ones gone for, or we won, like, whatever we won, and then we got to go to the next thing, and it was, like, only us in, like, this is Schmer's studio.
Yeah. And we got to, like, skip class. So, like,
yes. We were
there was definitely some good parts. Did the good outweigh the bad? Well,
no.
Well, no, not really.
Can I take the blanket?
Yes.
My toes are, like, freezing.
No,
I'm getting cold thinking about my past. Do you want some?
No, sure. Okay, this is hard for me to say, but, crush on your brother, let's talk about it. Was he my first love?
Okay, so, like...
I don't remember at all what happened.
I must interject with that. Did I have a problem with it? Because I think I remember
Not
being,
at
like...
first, but then I think by the, like, middle of 8th grade, you were like, bruh.
Okay, maybe I was. I remember being like,
Because I don't even know. So her brother Owen and I. Sorry, Owen, if you're listening to this.
Yeah, whatever.
We're gonna air out your shit.
We don't care.
We met. So Ellie and I. My mom was like, "You just moved to a new place. You need to be in camps back to back to back." Mm-hmm. So I did like some really weird art camp that nobody was in, and then I did soccer, and then immediately after I did theater, and then immediately after that is when I did the MAPS camp. So I was literally like back to back because my mom wanted me to make friends. So in the theater camp, I was introduced to Owen, Ellie's brother, because he was also in the camp, and like obviously Ellie was my best friend of a week, and I needed to know her family. So I met Owen, and I was like instantly in love because I had never talked to another man before in my life. Because if you
mind you, Owen was 100 pounds and like 5'1".
He literally was. We saw a video the other day. He was literally this big, and I literally had never so I had just come off of a year of full isolation. Like I did not see another person my age for an entire year. And it was like, I remember one time in like halfway through the year-long trip, I met a guy at the Valentine's Day party at our trailer park like event. And he like asked me to dance. And like, I still remember in my brain, like, holy shit. Because I was like, I had literally not spoken to another person my age for a year, let alone a man. And this was right my parents didn't do a great job on this one. This was right during puberty.
Yeah, during puberty it's just like vicious.
So I left New York at the ripe age of 11 years old, and then I got to Montana right before I turned 13. Hence, you know, missing out on lots of things that go on in 7th grade, which I would argue is probably the most formative year for somebody socially.
I remember for me it was for sure.
Yeah. And so I didn't get that year. So I think when I got to Montana and boys were like interested in me, I was like shooketh. Like because in 6th grade, I was weird as shit. Like I sat by like the trash can and like sang to people for like, I would like offer like pennies. I'd be like, can I perform for you? And like I would run through the lunchroom to every single table and be like, it's choir time! And like round up the troops, and like no one liked me. And then I got to Montana and like I could kind of reinvent myself, and I was not used to attention. And like Owen and 2 of his friends all liked me at the same time. Yes. And I'm pretty sure I was just like, all right, let me date all of you at the same time, because I didn't like know how any of this worked. Everyone was like, why the fuck did that girl just like date 3 guys at once? Like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even
I'm not allowed to do that.
I know, I was like, oh my God, I feel horrible. But like, I just like was kind of like, yeah.
I like don't remember.
And I like wasn't allowed to sleep over at Ellie's house for a while because my parents were like, Owen lives there.
Yeah. I remember it was like no older brothers at all.
No older brothers, but it was really actually just Owen.
And I was like, no older brothers at all. And you were like, yeah. I'm like,
And my parents like hated it because they were like, Ellie's your best friend. Like, why are you talking to her brother? But I was like, you don't understand. It's love.
I remember not really caring because I was like, I just remember being like, well, I don't want this to make things weird, but like I don't really give a shit. Like my brother, I think I just remember being like, Bella, my brother's a fucking weirdo. Like you don't want this, but like whatever. Like you do you, girl, but like I don't see it. Like
and the best part is like we never even kissed, guys. Like we were like
really, I didn't even know.
No,
that.
Never.
Like, I don't know if you were gonna like reveal to me.
No, never. Nothing ever happened. Like it was we just like
it
texted.
Was innocent little love.
He would like send me ab pics. Like let me know he was like.
Mind you, he's 100 pounds.
But one time. He sent me an ad pic, and my parents said that they had a program on my phone that they could see if skin was sent through.
Wait, that's hilarious. They definitely just had iCloud.
No, I think they just went through my phone, and they told me like, yeah, like we can see that skin was sent.
Wait, they ate with that.
And they like banned me from speaking to Owen, and I'm pretty sure they called your parents.
Well, as they should.
Yeah, I don't
should not be doing that.
I don't know. Either way. I was like banned from Owen. Like I was banned from him, and I was like, and it literally felt like a forbidden love, and I was so into it. And then I realized that I think he was like, I don't want to get in trouble. Like I'm not into this.
I think he really did like you, and then he was like,
yeah, like it was just really awkward. And then I tried to save things by making us a joint High School Musical fan account called goldenthroat.jazzsquare, which by the way was so innovative because. During High School Musical 2, when Sharpay and Ryan, who by the way are brother and sister, so I don't really get it.
And the brother is gay.
Yeah. Are like communicating to each other while they're spying on Troy and Gabriella. She's like, Golden Throat, this is Jazz Square, or vice versa, I don't know. Mm-hmm. And he's like, okay, yeah, he says, Golden Throat, this is Jazz Square. So I made an account and I like I photoshopped our faces, so I was Sharpay and he was Ryan. Yep. Anyway, so he was like really not into it, and I really wanted it to be this like cute secret couple account where we like. So I like remember posting like, guys, Golden Throat here. Jazz Square doesn't like me anymore. Wait, can I find this? Wait.
I'm wondering if it still exists. Well, like, I think it still exists, but I don't know if there's any posts.
Because I was literally so down bad. Oh, here it is.
So
oh
funny.
My God.
Oh my God.
It's literally not okay.
It's way worse than I remember.
It's not okay. So I literally, oh my God, there's a lot of posts.
I didn't know there were so many posts.
I'm just like, Golden Throat here. I would give anything in the world to be Vanessa Hudgens, to be as pretty as her, to be loved by a guy in the best movie ever, dating someone that would do anything for her, and being supported wherever she goes. Oh my God. She's had many tragedies in her life, including her dad getting stage 4 cancer and dying, and breaking up with Zac Efron. Like, those are two the same. I, like, posted 95% of the time. But then, I think when Owen and I sort of broke up, I was, like, trying to communicate with him through this. Via Golden Throat Jazzsquare. Not that he ever cared. Like, this was me, like, Owen, please. Hey, guys, this is Golden Throat. As always, Owen quit. I'm confused with life right now. Why was dating invented? I am super attracted and in love with somebody that I'm not allowed to like, but honestly, that doesn't stop me. But it stops him. I'm dead on the inside, but I can't let anyone know.
Oh my God.
And I'm telling you that, like...
I did not know it, like, ran this deep.
No, it, like, ran deep, guys. One of the things that Ellie and I like to do, especially in 8th grade, was have photo shoots where we would like get ready and then take photos in like 4 different outfit combos. And then we would make musicallys in them. And then we would go across the street to the coolest place ever, the cemetery. So why was the cemetery so cool? Was it just something I thought was cool, or was it actually cool to go there?
I don't even know. Like,
we were always there.
We were always there. What did we even do there? Like, it's not like we were, like, weird. I mean, we were weird. But, like, we weren't like, let's look at this grave. Like,
I feel like we did look at graves.
Well, yeah, we definitely did.
I don't know.
But we weren't, like, doing, like, seances on the graves. Like, we were just being weird. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was just... No, you had a yard. Like, what? Why did we...
We were always there. And why were we, like, taking photo shoot pictures there?
I don't know.
But low-key, the photos ate. Like, we were, like, ahead of our time.
We were way ahead of our time.
And another thing that we always somehow were spotted in were matching striped or plaid shorts that now anytime we see them, we send them to each other because we're like, why were we wearing
the
this?
pivotal outfit of our tweens.
It was incredibly not stylish.
No.
And I don't know, like, why I came from New York and I had them, Ellie had them in Montana.
Yeah.
Like, they were just, like, and again, if you've experienced the striped or plaid shirt phenomenon, short phenomenon, comment down below. I guess the next question kind of, like, goes into what we were just talking about, but, like, what did you think of my Zac Efron obsession? And, like, did I force that upon you? Because I don't think that you had that, and yet somehow, like, I had this app where every single photo that I took with a friend, I added Zac Efron to it.
It was, like, AI way before AI's time.
Way before AI.
Like, it was incredible.
It was really odd. And, like, I just can't imagine, like, you meet this new friend, and they're like, you're my friend and Zac Efron's friend. Like, that's what it was. It was, like, I am all in on Zac Efron, and especially then, like... I think it was my entire personality.
It was a lot of it. One of the main things I remember.
No.
I don't know if it was the first time I came to your house or like one of the first times, but you pulled out your Barbie dolls.
Oh
and
my
you were
God.
like, I have Zach and Vanessa. And I was like, this is great. And then you just strip down Zach. You make him naked. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Like, what are we doing with Zachary? Like, what's happening to him? And then you were like, and I make them kiss sometimes. And I was like, you do? Like, can I see it?
Let me watch.
So, like, I had no leg to stand on with thinking you were weird because I was, like, right there with you.
And then I would always make Ellie play these, like, High School Musical video games in my camper.
Wait, that's such a good memory.
And I'm like, but, like, why did you agree to that? Like, did you even like High School Musical remotely as much?
I liked High School Musical because it reminded me of my cousins, which I think I told you in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because me and my cousins in the screened-in porch at my grandparents' house, we used to always watch High School Musical, like, in the summers when I would go out there. And so I just thought it was, like, the movie of the time. Like, I loved it because of that. So, like, I would never have gotten bored of watching it. But, like, I never really had why do I keep almost saying Zach Bryan? Like, I never really had the Zac Efron, like, obsession. But I think I, like, understood it. So I just never remember sitting there being like, wow, this is so weird.
That's amazing. Because I never thought it was weird. But now I'm looking back, I'm like...
No.
Especially now that, like, my siblings went through that age and they didn't do any of the same things. I'm like, wait, what? And I think that that's what's brought Ellie and I together throughout all these years is that we became friends without knowing how fucked up both of us were mentally.
Yeah!
And then, like, the more and more the years went on, the more and more diagnoses we got. And we're like, holy shit, this is why we're so close because our brains are both literally so fucked.
Deep fried.
Yeah,
like,
deep fried brains. Like, we were born with, like, literally our brain is like definitely something's not screwed in and like that's what makes us so fun and cool.
Yeah.
So what can I say?
And then our parents were like, oh my god, I never saw it coming. And you didn't want to do anything.
They're like, what? I just thought that was a quirk. I think my first 2-man ever occurred with Ellie. And we had Fade and Kristen. And I don't know why that is what I just came up with. But
no, I like that. I love those.
Yeah, it was at the fair. And
the county fair.
The county fair. Where our parents would just kind of drop us off and be like, have fun.
But my mom is psychotic. So absolutely no rides for me. No. Absolutely no boys for me. I wasn't even usually allowed to go to the fair alone. I don't know how we finagled this. I probably lied. I probably was like, I'm just going to Bella's. Which even then, my mom would, like, drive past Bella's and be like, where are you? I'm, like, inside. Like, I don't have a car. Like, I'm 13. Like, what? But, yeah, to set the scene for part of that, I was not allowed to do anything. And so I'm out at the fair with boys, and, like, I don't think I ever did go on any of the rides, but, like...
No, we didn't go on the rides.
We were on a 2-man, and they're like, go on the zipper with us. And I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah, no, we definitely didn't go on the Ellie was strictly not allowed to go on the rides.
Yeah, I was a little bit of a rule follower, I fear.
I don't know. I think that was probably my peak. Like, that was the time that I felt coolest. I was wearing a backwards cap of the man that I was at the 2-man
And
with.
you were eating it up.
Yeah, I was, like, wearing a tight little Abercrombie shirt from, like, the 2000s that was hand-me-down. The smallest jean shorts, high-top Converse. Like, what could get better than that? What happened in Hamilton, this was, like, really odd, was that you went to school for, like, a week. And then there was a whole week off that you got for the fair. Because people were, like...
We have 4-H kids.
Yeah, 4-H kids with their pigs and their... cows and shit. So, like, we went to school for a week. It was my first week of school, which, by the way, the first day of school I got dress coded and my shoe fell off as I was walking across to get, like, go to the office to change. And I was like, don't turn back, Bella. Don't turn back and get your shoe. Because it was, like, slip-on Converse back before slip-on Vans were even a thing. And because of, like, my autism, I, like, have really bad fine motor movement, so I, like, can't really tie my shoes. So I'm always in those slip-ons. And I'm, like, in these, like, teal slip-on Converse, and I'm walking across so embarrassed because I just got dress coded on my first day of middle school. Like, how could they do that to me? My shorts weren't even that short. It was the most fire outfit, like white tiny top with like the cross tie-up shirt, and then these like blue flowy shorts that you guys have all seen with like the little puffy things on the bottom. Yep. And my shoe just falls off. I'm just like walking, and I'm like, Bella, do not turn around. And this guy, who was like the most popular guy in middle school, Sawston, he picks up my shoe and he's like, here, your shoe. And I was like, ah. So anyway, I like went to school for like a week, and it was like a fever dream. And then we went to this fair. So I'd kind of known these boys by then.
Yes.
But yeah, literally peak. Like I had just moved there. I had a best friend. All the guys were into us because we were like the new duo in town.
Also, weren't we both not allowed to have Snapchat?
Oh, definitely.
So we're like hiding Snapchat at this time too.
Oh my God, I was not allowed to have Snapchat.
Did I even? No, we definitely, I was like, I can't remember if I still had my flip phone or if I had my own phone. No, I think I had my own phone.
I think you did have a phone at that
because
point.
we had the dog filter picture.
Yes.
But yeah, like we're both strictly not allowed to have Snapchat.
Like every time I got home, I had to delete
Snapchat.
it,
or like had to like hide it because...
That was like before you could search for an app.
Yeah, no, like this
you
was
guys
the
don't
time.
Understand. Yeah, like you could hide it in a folder behind all of your like school apps.
And I think both of our parents would just like randomly when we come home be like, let me see your phone.
Oh, my parents went through my phone every single night.
Yeah, so I had to sleep, which honestly gonna do this for my kids because I now can't
couldn't
sleep
with
without
their
my phone.
Yeah.
We had to charge our phone
Plug
in our parents'
outside.
room by like 8 p.m. like every time.
Yeah, me too.
So like it was like come home, rush to delete the text of where I was, which mind you, like I could have been doing crack and I'm going to the fair with a boy and using Snapchat, like whatever. But I
had to delete I would come home, delete, and this was like before recently deleted, so we were good.
Yes,
delete
we were
Snapchat, safe. Delete like any photos with like anybody.
And there was no hidden photos. You had to delete those precious photos with your crush because Mama might see them.
Yeah, it was like really bad, and like the amount of times I got caught with Snapchat is unreal.
I think I got caught like I don't actually remember.
I would get in so much trouble.
I got caught, and I remember I brought Flerick into it, and I was like, well, Flerick doesn't have a phone.
Oh.
Flerick and Flannan.
Yeah.
There you go. I was like, because, okay, so I grew up with Flerick and Flannan, like preschool, grew up with them. So my mom adored both of them. And I remember I got caught with Snapchat once, and I was like, oh, well, Flerick doesn't have a phone, so he uses his, like, iPod for Snapchat, so we can only talk on there. And I remember, like, showing her, like, look, like, I'm talking to him, and she was like, okay, we'll still delete it, and I'll, like, text his mom and be like, whatever. So she texts his mom. He wasn't allowed to have Snapchat either, so I accidentally get him in trouble. We're both, like, in massive trouble because neither of us are allowed to have Snapchat. But then, like, I guess because I was only texting him, I wasn't as in trouble as, like, I could have been. I don't know. I remember her kind of just, like, I thought she was gonna, like, take my phone for oblivion. I think she just, like, took it for a night, like,
my parents
usual.
would take my phone for, like, 6 months. Ugh. Yeah, and I would, like, never, I would, like, not know when I was getting it back, and then one day, my dad would just be like, here.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
I had that happen a lot, but it was not because of Snapchat. It'd be like, you were 1 minute late, even though we told you to be home at a different time. We hate you. Give me your phone. I'd be like, right.
Yeah, I literally wasn't allowed to have Snapchat until, like, I turned 18. Because I think my parents were, like, really, I don't really know. They thought, like, because the photos disappear, like, because it was such a new thing. And parents were like, everything just disappears. Now you know, like, nothing really actually disappears, right? But, like, back in the day, like, that's what it was. And
it did.
I had a really secret Snapchat account called,
Allow Me a Chance?
No, called Allow Me a Chance that I made for a guy. I think it was Sawston.
Oh my god, maybe.
At some point, but that wasn't until after. I think first I had Bella Rose.3 for like
Elski 24.
Yeah.
I liked skiing.
Elski 24 and Bella Rose.3.
Mind you,
yeah,
you could not change your username back in the day.
Oh no. Not at all.
So we had to commit to these usernames.
Which mine was good for sure.
And there was no Snapchat code for a long time. So if someone wanted your Snap at the fair, you had to read that shit out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You had to be Bella Rose.3.
Yeah.
But I definitely I don't remember what happened. Somewhere in the 6-month period of my phone being on, because my parents forgot about Bella Rose.3 or found out about Bella Rose.3, I forgot the password. And so I was never able to get back into it. And then I think some point, one of the years of high school, I got Snapchat again illegally and got it specifically to make a man like me. And I wanted to name it Give Me a Chance. So I'd be like, give me a chance at your love.
Like E.
Such a romantic.
Wow, but you were so good.
Give Me a Chance was taken. So I was Allow Me a Chance. And I was Allow Me a Chance all through high school. I didn't change it until right before I went to college. Then I got Bella Sid 3. And now I have a brand new Snapchat because I deleted Snapchat my sophomore year of college because I was talking to my toxic ex-boyfriend on there, and that was the first time we broke up, and I just didn't want Snapchat on there because I was checking his Snap score relentlessly. So I deleted it, and I didn't have it until now. And then when my sister went to college literally a couple months ago, she was like, "You're gonna miss out on my entire life if you don't have Snapchat." But I didn't want to get my old account back, so I made a new account. So now this is my 4th account, and I don't even know what my username is. Amos. That was everywhere in our bios.
Sign up for TBH and Rate.
Yep. Literally TBH and Rate was my shit. 8th grade, I was dating that one guy that we went to the fair with for a while. He was really weird. He brought me gifts all the time. Pretty sure he gave me a bison.
He now
roses.
Is in, my mother's a judge. He's in my mother's court for DUI with Xanax and meth, sleeping with a 13-year-old as a 21-year-old, sleeping with a 17-year-old as a 21-year-old, and sleeping with a 15-year-old as a 21-year-old.
I sure know how to pick him. I sure know how to pick him. And he was my first kiss. We had a really romantic first kiss. He actually kissed my braces off, and they fell off, and then I had to get them fixed. And then my second kiss is also in jail, isn't he?
God, he's really in jail.
Yeah.
I forgot about, he was starting jail in his junior year of high school. Yeah, he's had multiple DUIs.
I think that the funniest things to talk about are the earlier memories. Because we can't laugh about how cringy we are right now because we're living our lives. So I just a few things that I'm what the heck? My New York birthday party, why did I think that because I was from New York, I was able to have a New York birthday party?
Wait, but I remember it being so cool. I remember being yes, the little NYC banner,
My mom went all out. I think she was guilty that she moved us from New York to Montana, middle of fucking nowhere. I missed it so much that I was I just need to have a New York birthday party. Oh. So I had this whole ass birthday party. We did cake wars.
It was so fun though. Your mom ate it up.
She ate. She always eats with birthday parties.
We love Lauren.
She's so funny. A big thing that Ellie and I have been talking about is why were we on FaceTime for 24/7 and what did we talk about? And then when we weren't on FaceTime, we were on House Party, which I don't know if you guys know what that is.
And whenever the boys would join, it would be the biggest deal ever. You have to be sitting with your phone at this angle,
Yeah. And I really wish I could go back and understand what the fuck we were talking about.
No, what were we doing?
Because we were together all day in school, and then we weren't hanging out.
We would go to piano or soccer afterwards.
Piano or soccer or volleyball.
We'd hang out every single weekend. But then we still had a FaceTime.
So you just actually brought up something that's really important.
I'm so afraid.
Soccer. So if there couldn't be somebody more abusive than our piano teacher,
it was our soccer coach.
Yeah, and I would bring it neck and neck. And for some reason, this soccer coach was beloved. She was the biggest fan of every single person on the soccer team besides 2 specific people, and they're sitting right in front of you.
The most hated. Ding dong, ding dong.
It was us. She hated us and literally made our lives hell.
Do you remember the pineapple thing? And then didn't she not write us?
Oh my god.
But it was only us 2.
I didn't get one. I know
she didn't give it to us, and it was pineapple cards where she wrote encouragement to everybody on the team because pineapples stand tall and wear their crown. And everybody get a personalized note from her. 2 people did not.
She just, like, forgot about us.
I don't think it was forgot.
No, she
didn't
forget. She hated us.
I really wanted to, like, be good at soccer. I was so bad. But I
tried. I wanted to.
I feel like 8th grade and freshman year, we were both good. And then she just, like, ruined us. I also remember, do you remember? Okay, so we had the PK thing. And I won it by, like, 5.
Oh, my God. I remember this.
And she was like, okay, so no winner.
Yeah, there was, like, this competition to see who would be taking the PKs for the team. Yeah. And Ellie clearly won. I literally remember this.
I, like, cleared.
And she gave it to whoever got second
steal.
place. And then senior year, didn't touch the ball once. And it was so embarrassing because, like, I knew it by then. Like, I was athletic enough. I'd shed a lot of weight. I'd been practicing so hard the summer before senior year. All through COVID, I was practicing probably too much. I probably lost too much weight. I was Chloe Tinging.
Me too.
But I was, like, really ready to go. And she just didn't even let me try. Even though I, like, was one of 4 kids that made the mile.
Like, because she knew you were actually good.
There was a requirement to be on varsity, and I was one of 3 kids who made it the first day. It was like juggling 20 juggles in a row, which I've been able to do my whole life.
I remember you were so good
I don't know
at juggling.
why.
I was like so impressed at soccer camp. I remember you like whipped out 25 and I was like
I did futsal as a kid because I like needed to get my fine motor skills up and it didn't work, but I was good at juggling. And then I like the beep test, like most people passed. And then the 7-minute mile, which was crazy by the way to ask.
Yeah.
Only like 5 of us passed, but like 3 of the girls, including me, only did like the juggling was the hardest part. So like all 3 of us, and it was such an accomplishment for me to make this mile. I had been practicing every single day relentlessly the entire summer to make the mile, and I like hadn't made it yet up until the time. And of course, because our coach loves male attention, she had us do the mile around the football team's practice. And so we did the mile, which had to be a 7-minute mile, which is, I could never in a million years replicate that again.
Oh yeah, me now, if I get down to like 8:30, I'm like,
oh my God, that would be insane. If
I did last summer and I was like actually almost dying trying to accomplish that.
I could never get that. I remember running this mile and I like couldn't breathe and I was like, I knew I was right on the 7-minute mark. I think I finished like 6:59 or something. Like I barely made it, which is really fucking impressive.
No, that's so good.
And I was like, and I was like running. And anyway, it was just really embarrassing. And I feel like she knew it was gonna be embarrassing. Like we could have ran the mile elsewhere. We didn't need to run it on the track.
That was obviously like not the year I was there, but I remember when we did. You can't call them suicides now, but whatever you call them now, like
they're called it's like fence, something with a fence now. Windmills. Yeah, they're called windmills now. But they used to be called suicides.
We had the really long grass soccer field, and what they would do is split the girls up over here and the boys over here. She'd be like, okay, we're going to run, and then take us all the way to where the boys were practicing, and we would run around them, or like do our suicides. Like, she would literally go to the boys coach and be like, can we use this field for our suicides? Mind you, there's like 6 soccer fields like stacked like down each other, just so she could see us do that.
And, like, it was just embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
The day my boobs grew. Guys, literally I went to bed
overnight.
One night. I was skinny as fuck. I was literally just, like, a beanstalk. And I had no boob. Literally zero boob. Like, maybe an A or a B cup. Maybe a B. I think it was a B for a while. I wake up one day, one random-ass day, with gargantuan 32 triple Ds. I don't know what happened. I don't even remember. I just know that we literally were like, skirt, got in the car, somebody's mom drove us, or maybe one of our older friends drove us, I don't know, and we hightailed it to Victoria's Secret an hour away and got sized then and there. And I remember literally being draped out on the floor when I was told that I was the highest size Victoria's Secret made in a 32 triple D. Like, and I don't even understand. I'm definitely not a 32 anymore. And unfortunately, I'm not a triple D. It just keeps getting bigger.
I remember one specific bra because I feel like we were both like, wait, no, like, this is not real. Like it's just because you're so skinny, like, your boobs just look really big. Okay, do you remember? It was a push-up bra. It was your first 32 triple D one, and it said, like, love. It was, like...
It was pink, right?
Yes, it was pink and, like, blue tie-dye, and it said, like, love pink on it. And I remember we were like, okay, I'll just put it on, and then we'll feel better. I put it on. There's a mile valley. And I'm like, well, I always knew there was nothing bestowed upon me, but, like, wow, this is really real.
And I don't know why my first triple D was a push-up either. I literally looked like I just remember getting... I think the same day we had freshman orientation, and I remember literally being like, look at my bra size, and having everyone look, like even the boys, like everyone was like, what? And I was like, bruh, I don't know what the fuck happened. And it was a triple D. And unfortunately, it made my favorite shirt in the world the shirt that is no longer. And this happened all the time growing up. We just told this to my mom last summer. But, like, any time that something was, like, done, it was no longer. And, like, my mom saw me wearing this shirt with Ellie one year, and she was like, that shirt is no longer.
I remember it so vividly. We're getting dressed to probably go to the cemetery. You put the shirt on. Mind you, it's a cold shoulder, tight, long sleeve. The moment. I think it's from Hollister or
Definitely Hollister,
right?
Yeah.
We're, like, getting ready. Your mom opens the door. That shirt is no longer. Yeah. The slow head shake. The slow door close.
I was like, what? And that shirt was no longer. Like, I didn't see it again. By the way, it showed no cleavage. Like, it was, like, up to here. It just was, like... it was, like... My mom was just like, that shirt's no longer. I, like, had kind of struggled freshman year because I think that, like, all of the homeschool stuff and, like, isolation stuff kind of, like, caught up to me freshman year. I think, like, 8th grade, I was just, like... new and like excited and like you know how like when somebody moves somewhere they're like so fucking cool for like 6 months and then suddenly like I was not cool anymore. I just don't really remember this time because I started with a new therapist recently and we had to go year by year and the middle of freshman year to the beginning of junior year is entirely blocked out. Like the only thing I can recall from sophomore year is this birthday party. And yeah, so I like don't really know. But anyway, my parents were like, okay, you've been struggling socially, so like you can have like a huge birthday party. We'll bring you guys up to Missoula. You can go shopping, go out to get food, and then like come back and have a big sleepover. And my parents made it like a huge deal. It was really nice of them. They were just like happy I had friends. We slept in the camper, which was like the cool thing to do because like, now I had this big ass camper just in my driveway. And we slept in there and I thought we were gonna like watch movies, probably thought we were gonna watch High School Musical, hang out all night. Until these girls started putting on like makeup and I was like, hello, what's happening?
What's going on?
By the way, Ellie and I had no idea how to do makeup at the time, so
I was strictly not, which actually I am grateful for this. Yeah. I was not allowed to touch makeup until my junior year of high school. Like not even and I had horrible acne and I wasn't even allowed to wear concealer. So that part, I thrilled on. But
I got to wear foundation because my acne was so bad, but that was it. So then I was like completely orange like a carrot with literally I didn't have blush or mascara or anything. I just had an orange carrot.
But like that was the look at the time though.
Dude, I literally look back and I was orange as a carrot because I was allowed to wear foundation for my acne. I was
just bright red covered in acne balls.
But I was only allowed to wear Bare Minerals. So like didn't even do anything. Like it was powder foundation.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Anyway, these girls start getting ready, and I'm alerted that they're all going to this man's house, like, who lived down the street. Because my house was, like, in the district of another school.
It was, like, a far walk, though, wasn't it? Like, it was, like, a mile walk, I think. Like, it was far.
And I was like, please
Honey
don't
House
go.
Lane.
Please don't go. And I was like, I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. And I was, like, crying. And Ellie was, like, did not want to go either. And they basically forced Ellie to go. They were, like...
I was still a bad friend for that because why did I go?
No, she was literally forced, like, coerced to go. And peer pressure is literally a thing, by the way.
I'm, like, in tears and I'm like, Bella, like, well, I'll just go see how it is. Like, maybe it'll be fun. I'm, like, crying. I'm, like, we're, like, partying. We're, like...
No, like, peer pressure is really a thing when you're 15 or 14. Like, literally, like, and they were making it sound so cool. So Ellie goes. Yeah. She's, like, calling me and texting me and Snapchatting me, which we still weren't allowed to have, from this place. And she's like... oh my god, I need to get the fuck out of here. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is horrible. And it started a lot of drama.
Yes.
Basically, some not so okay things were happening at this house, not with Ellie and I, but with this one girl named Sadie. And she basically gave head to this guy that went to the other school in front of everyone. At the party. And it was videotaped. And she had a boyfriend at the time who was actually the same boyfriend as my first kiss, who's in jail. Yes. Very confusing small town stuff. And the video got to her parents. It got everywhere.
And I was strictly against vaping. And I remember smelling vape and I was like, I'm getting a headache. And I was like, my clothes are going to smell like vape. Like, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
That's still how I feel about vaping.
Yeah, me too. I still never have. It was like Fruity Tooty Marshmallow Surprise. And they're like hotboxing this room while like bro is getting his first kiss in head all in one night. And I'm like,
oh my god, it was like his first kiss. The girl that was giving head got in to the camper at like 7 a.m. Like, she stayed there.
Oh my god, she did. She stayed there. I forgot
with,
about
I
that.
think, maybe somebody else.
Like, quite a few of all the other, like...
I remember they came in at like 7 a.m. and we were literally like, what is happening? Are they having sex? Like,
yeah.
Sadie had lost her virginity to her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But most of us were still virgins.
Yeah, definitely.
At least for a while, yeah. They literally used my camper and my nice parents who, like, gave us our independence out there to escape. Ellie and I were in Guys and Dolls together, which was this, like, choir.
I took my whole nail.
Oh my god. And it was, like, a really big deal that we got in. Like, I remember checking the page on the, like, outside of the door. But, like, why it was so coveted, I don't know, because it was not fun.
No, it was not. I had fun because I never sang. I just lip-synced the entire time. Like, I'm a horrible singer, but because I was a piano player, she just, like, thought I was gonna be good. And my brother's, like, an insanely good singer and, like, loved choir, so, like, the teacher was just like, well, you must be good too. And then I was just like,
and let me know, that teacher was also abusive.
Yeah, she was nuts.
She would literally come up to me in front of the entire 100% choir and be like, I can't hear you! Yes. I can't hear you, Isabella! And I'd be like, oh my god.
No, literally.
Let's talk about it, the wrestling room. I forgot about this until the middle of the night last night.
Oh my god.
So... let me know why I thought it was cool to make out with a freshman as a junior in the wrestling room.
Whose dad she knew well.
Who knew well and worked at our school. In the middle of class, we would text each other, 11:03, meet at the wrestling room. And we would meet there, and we'd be like...
and then it was the only place with no cameras, right?
I think so. And then we would go back to class. And I don't know how I found out that it was the only place with cameras. I don't know how it began that we did that. But it was like school-wide news. Everybody fucking knew. And because of the man and woman, like, imbalance, he was, like, big man on campus. He was on the football team. He was, like, all the older guys, which were our friends, were, like, hyping him the fuck up. And I was being, like, ridiculed, which rightfully so, because what the fuck was I doing? But I was literally being, like, harassed and ridiculed and hated on. And then he was, like, being lifted up in the air in football practice.
Like, literally, like, no way.
But why did I do that? And why did I do that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know.
He's kind of cute now, though, to be fair.
Yeah, he is kind of attractive. I will give you that.
I was, like, talking to this guy who was insane. Ellie and I, one time, he told me that he was, like, hours away. And then Ellie and I drove by and saw his car parked in this really sketchy
Mind you, he drove across the country to you.
Yeah, and then he, like, showed up at my house across the country. He was such a stalker.
2,000 miles.
And he made me feel like from literal Montana to Connecticut, drove there. And he made me feel, he was, like, literally told me that, like, we were in love. And he was like, you're never going to find anybody else that, like, loves you like this. And so I believed him and I, like, let him come to my house. But then it created this huge rift between me and my parents, which, like, I feel horrible because I was literally just being gaslit into being, like, into thinking that, like, this was my husband, and, like, he was like, I'm literally your one and only, you'll never find anyone else, like, blah, 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 and I was like, oh my god, he was insane. Like, if you don't let me come see you in Connecticut, like, I'll kill myself. So it was like, he has to come, but, like, my parents, I think, did not understand how I was, like, literally being emotionally abused by this guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize it at the time either, because I thought we were actually in love. Which, like, as a I wasn't even 18 yet. Like, as a 17-year-old.
So scary.
You know. After we graduated, we didn't see each other until London.
Oh my god,
which was a really, really long stretch. It was, like, 2.5 years.
Okay, this is not going to come across as funny as it was, but this is the thing I thought of. So, do you remember, in Italy, we're, like, rushing, I think we're rushing to get to Venice. We're rushing. We see this train is about to leave. We're running down the stairs. We're running. I'm wearing my Birkenstocks. I'm running. I lose my Birkenstock. I turn around to grab it. I run down to the train. You're in the train. Your hand is out. The doors are closing. Like literal movie scene. Like, the timing was actually ridiculous. Like,
did it close on my hand?
No, like, you're in there and then you go away on the train. Do you not remember this? This is, like, one of my most vivid memories.
Wait, was it a long train ride?
No, it was, like, maybe it was in London then, because I just hopped on the next one and then we ended up in the same place. But we're, like, running to catch it. And then
why didn't I get on the train?
I don't know. And I remember, and there's no service because it's an underground one. So I'm, like, trying to text you, like, what the fuck do I do? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I've never been to Europe.
What is wrong with
me? And you get
maybe
on
I tried, like, with my hand.
I don't even know. And then it just zoomed. And I'm just, like, standing there holding my Birkenstock. Like, what do I can't believe described to you how much of a movie scene, like literally
my
last
hand coming
second,
up.
like you being like, Ellie! Like, boom,
and then it's like, because those trains are so fast.
I don't even know.
I don't remember that.
Oh my
Well,
God.
sorry for not getting off. I wonder if I thought you were right behind me, and then I like turned around and you were not there.
I just remember like crying, laughing. I was like, this is not real. Like, this is literally not real.
I'm dead. I remember another train story in Italy when your feet were up on...
The way I like cried.
Her feet were like up on the up thing, and the lady came around and like charged her money.
Well, first she yells at me in Italian. I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. So I look at her, I'm like, hello. Then my phone died. She comes back. She's like, $100. I'm like, no, my phone's dead. Like, I was being rude because, like, fuck you. You can tell me in English what you mean. And she's like, $100. I'm like, well, my phone's dead, so I don't know what you want me to do.
She's like, or get off the train right
Or
now.
get off the train. I was like,
we were in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I was like, can you find me a phone charger? Like, my phone's dead. And she's like, you pay right now. And then, like, starts, like, grab my shoulder. I'm like, whoa, you fucking psycho-ass bitch. So I don't even remember, like...
I have no idea what we did.
I don't even know. Oh, the girls, like, across from us had, like, a portable charger.
Oh my God, yeah, they gave us a charger.
So we, like, I charged it up, and then I paid her, and I was like, I'm fucking never doing this again. Like, yeah. So now I have a vendetta against Italian trains, because why was she so rude? Like, she could have just been like, hey, put your foot down. But she's, like, screaming at me in Italian, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
It was the most odd thing.
It was, like, actually traumatizing.
The best thing about this entire Italy experience is that Ellie and I, like, wanted to look fire. So we were, like, dressed up in, like, dresses,
nines.
beautiful. And people thought we were fucking nuts. Like,
yeah.
People were pointing at us everywhere. Like,
because to us,
crazy.
like, 60 degrees in March is, like, warm. So we're wearing, like, our short dresses. Like, we don't care. And everyone's, like, staring at us wearing puffer coats. I'm like...
It was crazy. People were literally pointing and gawking at us.
Italians hate Americans, but, like, I'm always gonna keep going back. Too bad.
Yeah, sorry.
You won't get me out of there.
Best part of the whole trip was the fact that every single TikTok that I saw on my phone was about how if your boyfriend's going to spring break in Cabo, he's cheating on you. While Ellie was there, he was actually in Cabo. And so my entire thing was like, your boyfriend's gonna cheat on you if he's in Cabo. And I was so worried, and Ellie was so good about reassuring me.
And the whole time, I'm thinking I'm right. I'm like, no, like, you have nothing to worry about. Like, you've been in London this entire time, and, like, he hasn't done anything, so, like, why would Cabo change it? Like, I'm, like, trying to make her feel better. Like,
she was so good about reassuring me. So then I, like, wasn't even worried. And then, of course, he had cheated on me in Cabo. So...
And you sent me the DM, and it popped up on my Apple Watch while I was at home at work at Texas Roadhouse. I'm, like, in the back, picking up a plate. I see this, and you say, Henry cheated, period. I drop the plate back down, and I'm like, and everyone in the restaurant is like, what the fuck? Did you just, like, burn your finger? And I, like, scamper out of the kitchen to, like, answer my phone. I'm like, I do not care about my table. Like, this is insane. And I, like, ran to the bathroom, and I was like, brrr, like, trying to text you back.
Crazy. And literally the last time we saw each other was, like, a year and a half ago in Montana.
4th of July.
For the 4th of July in the summer, and, like, I feel like that was, like, the best week of my life.
And then, okay, so I had just bought my pickup truck, and we, like, really wanted to lay in the back of my truck with a blanket and tan. But at Lake Como, there's, like, 10 parking spots. We thought we ate by getting there at, like, 10 a.m., right?
Yeah.
But then, Bella's dad, Trell Sidoric, our king, is scouting. He's looking. A car moves. Trell stands like this, saves the parking spot for us, is saluting us, nodding at us. He was like, wait, didn't he back my truck in for me?
And I couldn't back it in.
And then he backed my truck in for me, and he goes, what do you say, ladies? And I was like, Trell!
He is literally an icon. That was Trell. Crazy.
So I have over 12 anaphylactic allergies. Go me. My only claim to fame. Number one being sesame. So we placed an online order in Spitz. I have my receipt still. I kept it. It says, sesame allergy. Do not put sesame
All
seeds.
caps.
Do not put sesame oil. And then I literally even added, if there are any included sauces that have sesame, please remove. All right, couldn't be any clearer.
And you said something about cross-contamination.
Oh, yeah, and I said, please make sure no cross-contamination of tahini, because a lot of people don't know tahini is sesame. So I'm thinking, I'm perfectly fine. We get our food. I shovel a big scoop upon my mouth. I was hungry. And then I'm
coming off of a 40-hour bone broth, by the way.
Coming off a 40-hour bone broth fast.
Okay.
Like,
I always forget the fast
So then
part.
I'm sitting there, I'm chewing, I'm like, And a lot of times when I have allergic reaction, I gaslight myself because I'm like, no, you're just being crazy. Like, you think you're feeling something, you're not. So I take another bite. I look at Bella. I go, there's definitely sesame in this. I scurry out.
I was like, where did she go? She literally rose from the table and was like, there's sesame in this. And then, like, disappeared. And I was like, do you want me to come with you? And she was like, no.
Yeah, because if someone watches me do my EpiPen, I can't do it. So within a minute of taking my first bite, I'm out in the parking lot. It's dumping snow. I'm EpiPenning myself through my brand new Lululemon leggings, by the way. Anyways, yeah, I'm EpiPenning myself. I hit myself like 5 times. It doesn't deploy because I think I have the cheap ones. So comment down below what EpiPens you use that don't fucking do that. Then I'm sitting there stabbing myself. Like Mormon families walking by. I'm like, hey guys, not shooting up heroin, just EpiPenning. Walk back into the spits. Bella has conquered the manager, the server. She's slated up. He comes over. He's like, there's no sesame in that. I'm like, oh, well.
She's literally sitting there crying because she just went through a traumatic throat constricting event.
And with usually with my EpiPen, I'm terrified because it's the anticipation of the pain and having to do it to yourself. I take 30 minutes to work myself up to finally use it. I knew instantly this was such a bad reaction. Literally it was primal. I was like, if I do not get this in, I will die. I will stop breathing in probably 5 minutes. And I've only ever had one other scenario like that. I was terrified. I was like, right now I need to get this in. So whatever, I come back in, and because I don't know, maybe I'm not fucking lighting on fire, he's like, there's nothing in there. So I'm like, okay, well, what's on the chicken? He goes, well, she changed gloves and changed her cutting board. Clearly she fucking didn't. So I'm picking up things. I'm like, is it on this? Is it on this? Is it on this? I ask him about all my other allergens in case they're in there. He's like, no, I assure you, which, don't speak in absolutes because you're fucking wrong. He's like, I assure you it's not in there. I assure you it's not there. I assure you it's not there. I'm like, you're wrong. So then he walks away. We Google the little tortilla chip things because I asked him explicitly. I said, do you know what these are made out of? Are they made out of sesame flour? He goes, no, absolutely not. We Google it. What do you know they fucking are? What do you know? So Bella brings it back over. She's like, well, this says they are made out of. We don't use that one. We don't use that recipe. We don't use that. We don't do that. Right. Not one time do I get a sorry. Are you okay? Are you gonna go to the hospital?
Can I do anything?
Can I do it? Do you need some water? No, we get
nothing. No water at all. No.
We get no, you're wrong. No, you're wrong.
And then again, then I find that there's tahini in the quinoa. It says it on the Spitz website. So I'm like, tahini. She said the tahini has sesame, and he goes, no, we literally don't use that quinoa. I go, why is it on the Spitz?
And then 2 seconds later, he points at your sauce and goes, well, this one has tahini in it. And I go, and that's why I don't have that sauce.
And literally, it's crazy. I operate a franchise. I know that franchise to franchise, you don't get to choose if you put tahini in your quinoa or not.
Yeah.
If it's on the main website, there's tahini in the quinoa, and he's saying, no, we don't do that. No, we don't use that recipe. No,
not true.
Angry at me for even suggesting that, even though it's on the website. And not, is your friend okay? I see her over there, in shock. It's scary.
I'm literally crying in a restaurant because I'm, terrified. I'm, thinking, do I need a second EpiPen? I'm so stupid. I shouldn't have even eaten here, which, I get that a lot, but also in this case, there's been plenty of times where, because I hate saying I have an allergy, and I usually just try to pick things without having to say anything. I could not have been more clear in this. So.
And then, he was almost, angry at me, and I had to ask him to refund her.
Yeah.
No, can I refund you? Sorry. He was like, nothing. I can make you another one. Bro,
I literally said, no, I don't trust that. And he's like, well, I'm like.
Bro, and then I had to be like, you need to refund her.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay. Mm-hmm. But, as somebody who worked in service, you need to be not that one. He was the manager. He wasn't just a random person. He was the manager, and I had to keep standing up there and being like, I need to talk to him again. Yeah. And I think I had to do that 4 different times until he could finally
And also even if I was being a psycho and I was wrong, you should still be being nice to a customer. When I worked at Texas Roadhouse, I would have the most delusional, insane people. And, part of your job is, even if they're fucking crazy, be like, oh, my God, yeah, that's terrible. When it's a food allergy, that's actually important.
And we weren't being crazy. I was just upset.
I'm just, sitting there crying because I can't even talk because I can't fucking breathe.
I kept my composure, and he still acted as though I was the most insane Karen. Yeah. But, here's to the longest friendship ever.
Yay!
And literally my best friend for life. And... literally Bellie forever.
Bellie forever. People don't understand.
No, people don't get it. But people, I think, in high school are probably jealous of us still. Because
I think they should.
They definitely were in the day because of how close we were. And now, literally none of those people talk to each other. We're the only people to come out of our high school that still talk to each other.
No baby daddies, no failed marriages.
Not in jail. Actually, like, you're gonna be successful. Have jobs. You have a college degree. Someday I'll get one. Don't live with our parents. Have a fire Instagram feed. But thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
And then I have to do this thing at the end.